What made Ronaldinho different?
This is 10% luck, 20% skill.
Why did so many modern footballers grow up idolizing him? Why is he considered by some to be the greatest of all time, despite not having the longevity to back it up? Let's find out. Like every great footballing story, it begins in Brazil. Now, it's a popular stereotype that all Brazilians are gifted with some level of footballing ability, and in the case of a young Ronaldo de Assis Moreira, not only was this true, but his natural footballing genetics would have broken the scale.
Sempre que eu me lembro da minha infância é sempre com a bola de futebol, então a minha vida toda foi com a bola de futebol.
His skills were so advanced that he would be moved up the age groups to play football. This is where he earned the nickname Ronaldinho, as Inho is added to a name to emphasize smallness, shortness, and youth, but that only made him shine even brighter.
Deus me deu dom e eu treinei muito, então eu ficava muito tempo com a bola de futebol, então devido a todo esse tempo que eu ficava com a bola, eu tinha mais facilidade que os outros.
He was a wizard on the futsal pitch as a youngster, and it was the perfect stage for him to master his skills and hone his close control. His first brush with the media came at the age of 13, when he scored all 23 goals in a 23-0 victory against a local team. In 1998, at 18, he made his professional debut for Grêmio in the Copa Libertadores. In 1999, he made his international debut for Brazil in a friendly against Latvia. 3 days later, he was part of Brazil's Copa America squad, who would go on to win the competition. His stock was rising rapidly in world football, and in 2001, Arsenal wanted him, but the move collapsed as he had not played enough international matches to obtain a work permit. He instead moved to Paris Saint-Germain. Bear in mind, at this time, PSG are a mid-table Ligue 1 side, and not the juggernaut that we know today. Despite this, they still had a very talented team, including the likes of Nicolas Anelka and JJ Okocha. Okocha, renowned for his skill and dribbling ability, was somewhat of a mentor to Ronaldinho. The Brazilian picked up a few of his skill moves and saw that you could make a career out of playing football for the fun of the game.
Alegria que as pessoas...
With Ronaldo and Rivaldo. He appeared in 5 matches during the tournament, scored 2 goals and provided 3 assists. The most memorable match took place in the quarter-final against England. With Brazil trailing after Michael Owen's strike, Ronaldinho turned the game around. A trademark run through the English team before assisting Rivaldo, and a 40-yard free kick beating out David Seaman put the world on notice. He was also sent off in that game, but returned to Brazil's starting lineup for the 2-0 victory over Germany in the final, as Brazil won its record 5th World Cup title, and Ronaldinho was now a household name.
He was just a joke of a footballer. This guy, for 2 or 3 years, the best player on the planet. Played with a smile on his face. He'd done things on a football pitch that no one even contemplated trying.
Back in Paris, he felt he was stagnating and wanted a taste of European football, and as it turned out, both Manchester United and Barcelona were racing to sign him. But as you'll know, Barcelona would win that race, and Ronaldinho would be heading to Spain for 32 million euros. And it didn't take long for him to announce himself. He scored his first competitive goal in La Liga against Sevilla at 1:30 AM local time. But being a renowned party animal, he definitely knew how to turn up after midnight. He had found his home in Barcelona and changed the course of history for the club. In his second season, he won his first FIFA World Player of the Year award as Barcelona won the 2004-05 La Liga title. Not only was he effective, but he was also incredibly entertaining, with Barcelona captain Carlos Puyol saying, "He has made us smile again." Ronaldinho was must-see TV, and the season that followed is considered the best in his career. He scored 26 goals and provided 24 assists, and was integral in Barcelona winning the 2006 UEFA Champions League, their first in 14 years. They won another La Liga title, as Ronaldinho received the 2005 Ballon d'Or, and his second FIFA World Player of the Year.
Players like Messi and that were looking at him like the Messiah.
This guy transcends football for me. Ronaldinho, he is as strong as Essien. He's built differently. He blew my mind playing against him because he had everything. You can't disregard him because culturally he means so much to the football fans.
During that season, after scoring 2 solo goals in El Clasico, Ronaldinho became the second Barcelona player, after Diego Maradona in 1983, to receive a standing ovation from Real Madrid fans at the Santiago Bernabeu. He was the face of football, but still made time for the new generation.
When you was coming through the academy, who did you look up to?
Yeah, I remember especially Ronaldinho. because Ronaldinho for me is the best player that I see, that I saw as a fan, that I played in my football career.
The influence he had on Lionel Messi, from assisting his first ever goal to welcoming him into the locker room, cannot be understated.
Del equipo y bueno, que aprendí muchísimas cosas estando al lado de él, agradecido por cómo me trató desde el primer momento, porque fue una ayuda muy grande para mí, porque nunca es fácil llegar con 16 años, meterte a un vestuario, más por la manera de ser mía, y bueno, él me hizo todo más fácil por la persona que era, ¿no? Toda esa gente creo que el club está agradecido por lo que hizo Ronaldinho.
Despite being a superstar, he was never afraid to share the limelight.
Barcelona venía a Los Ángeles. Ronaldinho fue un amigo mío. Estaba allá hablando con Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho me dice, Kobe, mira, te voy a presentar el juego que va a ser el mejor juego de todos los tiempos. ¿Tú qué? Tú eres el mejor jugador. Él me dice, no, esto aquí va a ser el mejor. Fui Lionel Messi, tenía solamente 17 años.
So what was it that made Ronaldinho different? Well, he played to entertain, like Adel Taarabt or Hatem Ben Arfa, but he also performed at the very highest level, like Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. The only two players that come to mind that are close to Ronaldinho are his predecessor JJ Okocha and his successor Neymar. Okocha was a great entertainer and Neymar was in Ballon d'Or conversations, but Ronaldinho was different.
Champions League, Copa America, World Cup, Ballon d'Or, correct?
Yeah.
In Ronaldinho. I mean, and Neymar won Champions League to match it.
Despite not being at the top for long, the timing of his prime couldn't have been better. You see, 2005 was not just the year that Ronaldinho won the Ballon d'Or, it was also the year that YouTube.com went live. And from the very beginning, some of the most popular videos on the site were Ronaldinho's crossbar challenge and many of his skill compilations. It may seem trivial, but I truly believe Ronaldinho's legacy and influence was greatly impacted by YouTube. Everyone in the world with access to the internet can now see what a man could do with a football, and it's no surprise the current generation of players idolize him over any other player.
My favorite player growing up was Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho. My footballing idol was Ronaldinho.
Did you used to spend time watching like YouTube content and stuff?
Yeah, I used to watch loads of YouTube videos of him. I still do, to be honest, before my games.
After a Serie A title with AC Milan, his career would slowly wind down as the years of partying caught up with him.
The legacy of Ronaldinho cannot be just left to the side of, you know what, he was a great player, he was very skillful, he did a lot of magical things out on the field, he achieved everything there was to achieve in the game. There's also a legacy of a guy that enjoyed to party and enjoyed the nightlife and enjoyed everything that came with being Ronaldinho. You don't end up in jail in Paraguay with a fake passport if there are some difficulties in your life trying to figure out what's right and what's wrong.
He's the only player ever to have won a World Cup, a Copa America, a Confederations Cup, a Champions League, a Copa Libertadores, and a Ballon d'Or. In 2004, he was named by Pelé in the FIFA 100 list of the world's greatest living players, and in 2009, he was voted the World Player of the Decade for the 2000s.
In the years to come, how would you like people to remember Ronaldinho?
Quero que lembrem do cara que foi o cara mais feliz do mundo jogando futebol, né? Acho que é assim que eu quero que as pessoas lembrem.
Thanks for watching.